Hey everyone, I'm Jeff McErlain, and today I want to check out David Gilmour's use of the Dorian scale. Before we get rolling, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe and like button. That really helps me out a lot, and you of course will know when I have a new video available. Well, David Gilmour is one of my favorite guitar players, and Pink Floyd is probably, well, between Pink Floyd and Zeppelin, if there's a favorite band, it would be them, or Zeppelin, or Pink Floyd. Just to add some context to this lesson, there's a really awesome live version of Dark Side of the Moon that's been released by Pink Floyd. It's live at Wembley from 1974, and if you listen to the version of Breathe, David Gilmour does a lot of what I'm talking about. He solos on the top of the tune, and he makes the chord changes. So definitely check out that version, which inspired this video. I do want to thank my friend Hendrik for reminding me about that version of this tune. Like many of us, I was influenced by my siblings' music, particularly my older brother Steve. And he first introduced me to Pink Floyd, and I believe it was Dark Side of the Moon. And like many of us, it kind of changed my life in many, many ways. I just love that really ethereal sound that they have. I became completely obsessed and bought everything they've ever done. Solo records, Roger Waters' Music from the Body with Ron Geeson, Wet Dream, that was Rick Wright's solo record, and of course the really awesome Fictitious Sports record by Nick Mason that he did with Carla Bley, which is really out there, but I still love it anyway. So if you don't know that record, Nick Mason's Fictitious Sports, check it out. I love it, it's great. Okay, so I'm talking about David Gilmour's guitar style, but what we really want to talk about is Roger Waters' music. Particularly through Dark Side of the Moon, the use of Dorian is really heavy. But this particular chord progression, let's take a look. On Breathe, it's going to be E minor add 9, or E minor 9 I should say, to A7. Want to break that down into simpler chords, E minor to A major. That's the main part of the song. Any color you like from Dark Side of the Moon is also, it's D minor to G. That kind of sound. It's in Great Gig in the Sky. It's on a few other parts of the record. It is also on the Animals record. You hear they use them Dorian quite a bit. And Shine On You Crazy Diamond, G minor to a C major. So we hear it quite a bit from them. On an Island, all these sorts of things. That's Gilmour solo stuff. What's going on is we have a 1 minor chord, key of E minor, to a 4 major chord. So typically Dorian, like Down by the River by Neil Young. Tons and tons of tunes. So this Dorian sound, it's minor, but it's not really dark, right? It's kind of like a brighter minor. Oh, another brick in the wall, main guitar solo is a Dorian chord progression. So there's another example. So if you're thinking, Jeff, I don't know my modes. What are you talking about? What is Dorian and why am I here? Why are any of us here? Anyway, I look at it this way. I will make life easy for you. I'm going to play over the track and use an E minor pentatonic scale. It's going to jam on E minor blues, right? Kind of like I did in the top, right? Like blues licks, right? Now, you know, Albert King licks, I don't love them over this, but sounds great, doesn't it? But it's kind of missing something in my mind, or you're leaving money on the table because you're not actually playing anything that's particularly Dorian with your note choice. So what do I think about? E minor to A. So Here's my E minor chord. There's my A major chord. Well, you hear the chord progression right there. And that's what they do in the beginning of the tune, right? Let's get this little kind of thing. You get this, 3, 4, and... Right, with a slide guitar. So what's going on there is part of my E minor chord, 2 notes of my E minor chord once again, the G and the B, and I slide up to the A major chord. If I just think about playing the notes of the chord or targeting a specific note. Now E minor is spelled E, G, and B. A is spelled A, C sharp, and E. Well, E is common between the two, so E is a great note, you know that. Right, E works great. But now I'm going to target the A, the root of the 4 chord, when I go to the A chord. Right, so I'm going to play that A. Pretty cool, right? Okay, that's a nice sound. The next thing we could think about is the C sharp. It's just right there. If you're not sure where the C sharp is in the guitar, if I just think about the chord shape, I'm really nailing those notes. So I'm going to think a little bluesy. Try it again. Right, there's the sound. Back to the chord tone of E, watch. My C sharp, even simpler, we're going to play that B. Okay, of course you don't want to do that the whole time, so blues. Watch the A. There's the C sharp here. There's the A. There is that G for the E chord. The A. The B for the E chord. The C sharp for the A chord. The D sounds awesome, right? For the E chord. Right? F sharp. How's this going? That sounds good. How about here? To the G. So what I was doing there, on a little bit of a tangent, but I was just playing the note E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So I'm just playing the notes as the chords go by and finding the sweet sounding notes. And the sweet sounding notes will be the chord tones. Always, always, always. You have some other notes that will sound really nice, but the ones that sound the best are going to be the chord tones. So I'm going to target those. What I would highly recommend you do is write out an E Dorian scale, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, and start maybe playing it up and down one string. But you may say, Jeff, that's a lot of work. And it is. And if you want to be good, it's a lot of work. So I can think of it though as an E minor pentatonic scale, E minor blues scale. I'm going to add in this F sharp, which is in neither chord, but it is when I go to the original chord for the song, it's E minor add 9. So it's a great sound on that chord. It's a great sound on the E minor anyway. Here comes that E minor. Right? Now I'm going to add that C sharp in. Right? Right, so there I'm just kind of riffing on it, but it's not that difficult if you break it down simply. I'm going to start off adding in one note. I'm going to play E minor blues over the whole thing, get nice and comfortable with that. That's the most important thing because that's home base, that's where stuff's going to sound the best. Next thing I'm going to do is add in the C sharp on the A chord. I can add it in as a passing note, but if you hit that C sharp and you go to the A chord, it's a different note from the pentatonic scale, and it's going to really jump out and really outline the chord change. Now I'm just scratching the surface with this idea of outlining chord changes. If you want to dig deeper, there's plenty of courses available on my website, Jeff-McErlain.com. There's one from my TrueFire collection called Chord Tone Soloing, that's a good one for this, and Solo Explorer. Those are two that really focus in on this kind of idea. If you want to focus in specifically on David Gilmour, I have a course on my website also. It's called British Blues Masters, and it features Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and of course David Gilmour. So please check those out on my website. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel once again. Thank you so much for being here. If you click the link below, you'll get this background track.